postpartum bath that we're putting together right now. And we have essential oils, we have salts, we have the bentonite clay, the activated charcoal, and I'll show you guys. And we have the different herbs. So every property has both physical properties as well as spiritual benefits. So salt in general helps with if you have open wounds, for being able to heal that. So if you had like an episiotomy, or if you had any type of tearing or ripping or just swelling in general, to help with that. I have to grind this down a little bit. And spiritual wise, you blend clockwise, not counterclockwise when you're adding it. Okay? So you want to see inside? Okay, then we're gonna start with the herbs first, and then we're gonna add in the bentonite clay and then the activated charcoal after. Okay, so let's start with shepherd's purse. Shepherd's purse is good to consume orally and for you to put inside the bath because it helps with removing old blood as well as getting your uterus to contract down. So you're just gonna add that in. And it's also good for your blood overall and for your uterus and cervical health. And then we're gonna go in with the yellow dock root. This is good for pain relief. It's also good for your blood, as well as like your iron. So if you take it in a tea form or you also put it in a bath, it's also good for that. And then we're gonna go with, where is it? Lavender. So lavender is good with pain relief. It also helps with dealing with anxiety. And when you're coming off of just having a baby, your hormones crash. So lavender is good for just overall benefits. So if you put it in the tea, it's gonna be good with helping you relax. If you do have like the topical pain and stuff like that, consuming it orally or putting it in a bath will help with that as well. Now let's go with the nettle. So we have, okay. So we have nettle leaf. Nettle is great for blood and detoxification. So after you have a baby, the whole point is for you to remove all the old blood out of your system and replenish your body. So now I'm going to try to blend it down some. Remember? Clockwise. Don't forget the clockwise. I'm going to go ahead and add this in. All of these herbs have protective powers spiritually. So all of these are really good spiritually for protection. Lavender is also good for like premonitions and psychic abilities and stuff like that too.
Could the baby
take it back then?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. A lot of these essential oils and even the herbs have really good properties to help with the skin and healing and also reducing inflammation. So it's also good for babies. So if you have a baby that comes out and they have eczema or any type of baby acne and stuff like that, it's also really really good to go with. Did I do hand yet? No, I didn't do it.
Even with the umbilical cord?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
And you can also use the same herbs to do the lotus birth, and also for you to actually apply it topically if you wanted to make a paste.
Mm-hmm.
If you start noticing like they start having like any discharge or anything around their umbilical cord, you can also use it for that too. I'm adding in the dandelion leaf. Dandelion is really good because it helps reduce inflammation. So if you have excessive swelling in your genital area, that works wonders. I'm gonna add some more salt to it. I'm gonna add the dandelion root. And red raspberry leaf is a go-to always for mamas. That's good for your uterus, it's good for your cervix, it's good for mamas across the board, your overall health. It's good. What is this one? Lavender. raspberry, and then I'll start adding it. I always like them because it feel like kind of cotton.
Yeah.
It's so fluffy. It's so fluffy. Don't forget, clockwise, okay? And blend it down. And add it over here. Okay, now I'm going to start mixing the bentonite clay and the activated charcoal because it helps remove toxins out of all your pores. It's great for removing out of your feet. So when you're actually submerged into it, it's going to remove toxins from your feet, from obviously your genitalia. So just add it in like so. And when you mix it, do not use metal. You need to use either crystal, like we're using, or use wood. I have capsules.
Why?
Because the bentonite clay attracts metals, so it helps with detoxify metals out of your body too.
Oh, okay. What is the activated charcoal do?
It's a detoxifier also to pull out like old blood that's inside of your body. If you may have come in contact with any type of viruses or germs and stuff like that, it helps with removing it out of your body as well. So you can take this orally. So if you ever have like a stomach ache, or if you have stomach upsets, or if you ate some bad food, activated charcoal to get out of your system.
I know people use it for their teeth.
Yeah, you can use it. Yeah, definitely for teeth too, because it helps with whitening. And if you ever, somebody has like alcohol poisoning, activated charcoal. If somebody overdoses, activated charcoal. Yeah.
Damn.
You need to get over a hangover, activated charcoal. It'll do it for you. It works wonders.
How many are you putting in?
I think it's 6 altogether. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5, 6. They do sell the powder separately. I just feel like capsules are good just in case you want to take it orally as well. So you have that option. And then if not, you can always just bust it up and use the contents inside. So it works. It gets a little messy, so just be advised. And you mix it together. You blend it like so. Yes, always. You gotta put the positive intentions. And now we're gonna start adding in the essential oils. So frankincense is really great because it's an anti-inflammatory. So that means if you have swelling, which most of us do after, this is your best friend. I just poured in a decent amount.
I'm scared to do that to my situation. I'd be like,
I was gonna say I got a whole kit. Peppermint is good with opening your pores. And especially if you have any type of peppermint and eucalyptus. Because sometimes you'll notice like after you give birth, you might feel like a little congested. So that's really good for doing that. And if you also have like the aches and the sores and the pains, it helps with reducing the stress like on your muscles and helping it to relax.
now should people do this if they are like cut down there?
You can, but what I would recommend ultimately, if they're cut, don't use clove because it's gonna burn like hell.
What about peppermint? I feel like
Peppermint would too. They can do it where they steep on top of the pot, but don't actually get immersed all the way inside of the water.
Okay.
Now I'm adding clove, and clove is great for pain relief. It stings initially, but it does wonders. So if you want to use it, In a bath, if you want to do it like orally, if you have a toothache, if you have an abscess, clove is where you go to if your baby is teething. Clove, because it numbs out the whole area altogether. Eucalyptus is great for your lungs. And sometimes what happens after you give birth, from you pushing down and contracting, your lungs don't expand fully anymore. So when you're supposed to breathe, you're supposed to breathe in and expand your stomach to expand the lungs completely. And a lot of times after you give birth, you breathe really shallow, which is why if you're in the hospital, they'll give you a little like aspirator type of thing in order to open your lungs back up so you don't end up getting pneumonia. So just FYI. Jasmine is my little friend because Jasmine does great wonders with like for aromatherapy. So we're helping relieve anxiety. It also helps with pain relief. So this one is a must go to. She's one of my friends, y'all. Cinnamon also helps with pain relief. Cinnamon is also great for pain relief.
I didn't even realize. I apologize for the laughing at my meme I just posted.
Patchouli is actually really good for skin irritations, eczema. If you're dealing with like psoriasis, if you have like open wounds, it helps with being with them closing up. It's also a good cold remedy or flu remedy. So if you feel like you're becoming sick, like under the weather and stuff like that, patchouli is another good one that you can use. So you can either make a paste and you can actually rub it with the eucalyptus and the peppermint on your chest and on your back, or you can also add it into a bath also. And we're gonna add in some ginger. And the last one we add in is the geranium. Both
What
of
is
these,
it called?
geranium.
Oh.
This is one of the ones I use inside of the rug that I did.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna add some more salt into it for me to mix it together. We're going to create the paste.
And all this gets boiled, right?
Yes, all of this gets boiled. And you can either, if you don't mind having the herbs floating around in the tub, then you can keep them in, but you can also strain it if you don't want to deal with the cleanup after. I was gonna say, like spiritual wise, cinnamon is also good for attracting like prosperity and abundance.
Definitely money.
And money into your life. And it's also protective. All of these actually have protection properties as well. I'm gonna top it off. I think I might need to add a little bit more of the raspberry. Maybe some more vinegar. Some of them are also good for love and attracting your soulmate.
I need to track my soulmate.
We had a girl come over here and beat us both up. Anyway, it's like both of them. Both of y'all was out. I'm like, it was just a joke. I promise it was just a joke. Then I'm gonna add the shepherd's purse on top right there.
Oh, this is one bath, correct?
Right.
So So use it wisely.
Yes. Exactly. And it's gonna smell so good. It's gonna have your house smelling lovely.
That really smells good.
It's gonna be smelling so delicious when you get out.
And should you boil it or should you like steep it?
No, you boil it initially
Okay.
because the roots take a little more for you to get all the benefits out of it.
How long should you boil it?
Ideally, it doesn't take that long, so normally between 5 and 10 minutes. It's not too long.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can just let it steep after that, because you don't want to get in and scold you, because
Yeah.
the warm bath is good with opening your pores, and then with the heat, it's gonna also open the pores up, so that way everything can work together with pulling the toxins and anything that's inside your body that's not supposed to be there. Even like with the old blood, that sometimes when you have to massage your uterus and stuff, you keep getting like the old brown blood that still keeps leaking out like later on. That helps with pulling all of that out. And if you may have come in contact with any germs in the process, or if you were at a hospital and you may have picked up some germs there, because that happened to me before from one of the nurses, this is great for respiratory. If you have any like congestion or you feel like you're getting a cold or a flu or anything, it's gonna be really good for you. And if you want to take it take orally, if you have a situation going on with like your blood, or if your blood level got lower, or if your leukocytes were high when you were after, which basically is your white blood cells, all you have to do is do red raspberry leaf, do nettle, the yellow dock root, and so that'll really help you out, and also being able to boost your hemoglobin. And there we are, honey. It is finished. Now you can shake it up and blend it up some more, and then you just add this into your hot water, 5 to 10 minutes, then let it steep so where it's comfortable for you to be able to put it inside the bath. Not too hot. You're not trying to burn yourself, but just enough. And then voila, there you have it.
Well, guys, if you need help doing this, then here you go. Smells good though. I might possibly put all the names in here, but I most likely won't, because I'm not gonna feel like doing all that. So hope you can hear very well when you're listening. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna put her Instagram name. Well, do you want people to follow your YouTube? What's your YouTube?
My YouTube is Evolution of Day.
Yes.
I should start putting stuff up more like this. I have so much information in my mind. I use it in real life. I just don't put it
She's
out
definitely
there.
my go-to when I need help with mom stuff, especially, and other stuff. She's really good at astrology. She's a real estate agent.
I just be into
Clearly,
stuff,
she needs to become a certified doula.
I love doing stuff like that. It's so wonderful. You get to see somebody go through that process. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but she was like, that was real doula-ish. Like, it wasn't just a massage. She was doing like the points, the pressures, all that other extra stuff. So definitely is something that you should
That's the least I could do, because she was doing all the hard work.
add to her resume. A damn doula. But she's really good. She does a lot of stuff. And she does taxes and stuff like that. So hit her up.
I am. I feel like because you have to be, it's all around wellness. If your body not healthy, if your spirit not healthy, if your finances not healthy, you got to get it all together.
Yeah, definitely. But she does everything. So make sure you go subscribe to her channel and her
I promise
Instagram.
I'll start busting out more content if y'all like stuff like this.
Definitely. I definitely should. Okay. Bye.